In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at another version of a knife we've already looked at here before, talk about what's different, and maybe do some more real-world tests out here in a different setting than usual. I'm talking about the MSK-1 Elite from my friends David and Ben at Ultimate Survival Tips. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for another Sharp Saturday video. And thanks to the folks at Ultimate Survival Tips, David and Ben and the guys, for sending me this MSK-1 Elite so I could test it out and show it to you. As I said, we've already looked at a couple of these in the past. We're going to take a look at this one, talk about the specs and features of it in case you missed those, and do some practical stuff. And along the way, going to address a couple of the issues that people seem to have with the original one of this. We'll talk about those. But first, as always, a big thank you to the folks at Big Daddy Unlimited for making these Sharp Saturday videos possible by making it where you can save money and support the channel. The way that works is if you sign up for the 30-day trial membership at Big Daddy Unlimited for just 99 cents at survivalonpurpose.com/BDU, that lets you check it out, get behind the scenes there where they can show you the prices without violating any agreements with manufacturers. And if it looks like you're going to save money and you think it's a good deal for you and you stick around for the full membership at either 10 bucks a month or 100 bucks a year, then they'll throw me a couple of bucks for introducing you. So it's a win. If you save money, it's a win for us and you help support the channel. So check it out if you're interested, and if you buy stuff, you'll save money. I assure you, I save money every single year. They're not only a sponsor, but I'm a member, and it's not a hair club. So anyway, survivalonpurpose.com/BDU. And now let's take you down to the old fallen stump top. I don't know what you want to call it. It's a fallen tree, and we're going to do some knife stuff. Okay, so this is the box the MSK-1 comes in. And let me get my ugly mug out of the picture now, and we'll just show you how it's packaged. So I think it's pretty cool. So first of all, you open it up. It comes all nice and a little hand-tied bow here, wrapped in paper. But also on the inside, there is a lanyard kit and the 20-piece vital survival items kit, which actually goes in the handle. All this fits in the handle. So we looked at this before. I'm not gonna beat that dead horse, but it has a water bag, a 1-liter water bag, water purification tabs, some Ranger bands, a fire steel, a fire tinder, 30-foot of fishing line, fish hooks and split shot, safety pins, a cork stopper, magnetized needle, waterproof zip bag, and a contents checklist that you can actually use to start fires with. And David always puts Skittles in there, so Skittles are good, right? So anyway, let's put that over there so I don't drop it in amongst the leaves, and we'll open up this knife and show you the knife. So, and it's got a user guide with it also that gives you a lot of details and facts about the knife and specs and whatnot. Okay, so here's the knife, and with a different sheath on it. And I actually spoke with David at length when he first designed this knife. This is a collaboration between David and Jeff Freeman. They both had input into the original design. Jeff was one of the original knife makers, makes really nice custom knives. Anyway, David's intent for making this knife was he wanted a knife that would be a good survival knife, could function as an all-around survival tool and do chopping and different things, and where you wouldn't have to necessarily carry a small hatchet or anything with you. You could carry this and be able to accomplish a lot of tasks for survival, okay? Not for long-term. This is about survival. This is not like to build a log cabin, okay? So anyway, let's talk about the specs of it, and then I'll continue my rambling. So first of all, this knife features an overall length of 11.3 inches. For those of you still stuck in that old metric system, that's 28.6 centimeters. It has a 4.6-inch blade, or 11.7 centimeters, a 1/4 inch thick, or 6.4 millimeters, 154 cm stainless steel. As you can see, it is full tang, really thick tang, and it is this one has a very nice, smooth black finish. This handle is OD canvas green micarta, and you can see it has a stainless steel black finish bow drill divot here with removable screws. The handle is removable, and inside that 20-piece survival kit will fit in there. It weighs 15.3 ounces, just shy of a pound, or 434 grams. The Elite version comes standard with this sheath. This is a black Kydex sheath, the ACS sheath, and it fits in there very well. very good retention. I suppose you could sling it out if you tried, but it's not going to fall out on your belt. And then it has this really cool Molly style belt clip, so this will work on your belt or on Molly, and you can use it. And so it's very, very versatile. And also it's adjustable here, and it's got a lot of lashing holes and stuff like that. So that being said, that's the knife and the sheath. A couple other features about the knife, and then we'll get to doing some knife stuff. First of all, features a computer modeled 3-position handle. So it has a great big choil up here. And you know, I'm not really a huge fan of choils usually. And this one is big enough where you're not worried about cutting your finger. And this is there, there's a design intent for this choil, and I kind of get it. And it's very, very safe, because even if you got huge fingers, you're not going to be up here on the cutting part. So anyway, that's the grip position 1, like that. Position 2 is just here for standard, pretty heavy duty knife task. And if you want to do some chopping, you can kind of 3-finger it back here. It's got that nice little kind of a hook area there, and you can get a lot more leverage and get this mass up here into the chopping action. So, and it's got these kind of grooves for traction. It's got some jimping here, a little bit of jimping here, but it's very, very relieved jimping. I like that. A little bit of jimping on the bottom here. And then it has a striker hammer pommel that you can beat stuff, break stuff, crush stuff, whatever with, and a little striker area here. We're going to check that one out too. And then the back of it has a nice, this whole area here is really thick that you can pound on and baton. So it's got a false edge on the back. I guess you could sharpen that. I think the Elite Warrior version comes with a sharpened back edge, but either way, that is the specs. And it feels really good in your hand. It's a pretty beefy knife, but not too big and chunky. So let's just see what this thing will do with some knife stuff. Okay, first of all, so I put my sunglasses on because the sun's kind of bright right here in this little spot. To be consistent, we want to make sure we do the redneck sharp test. So let's see if we can do that for you right here on camera, so to speak. See how if this thing passes the redneck sharp test. I'm running out of wow, look at it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh man. Okay, so I'm running out of testing media. I need to just go ahead and shave my arms completely and let it grow back. Maybe I wouldn't look as weird, but anyway, it passed with flying colors. So I know somebody's gonna wanna see a paper cutting test, which I hate doing. I'm not really good at it, but I'm gonna do it because I wanna be consistent. Although I really don't know how much need there would be for cutting paper in a survival situation. This knife's designed to be a survival knife, but let's just see. Okay, it slices, it dices a whole lot of paper. And I know somebody's gonna say, cutting test is the best test of a knife blade. Again, I disagree. Okay, with that silliness out of the way, let's get to doing some real knife stuff. Okay, you see me now? I'm on my knees for you. So to be really clear, this is a down deadfall tree. It's already down. The root ball's back there. It's not alive. I'm not destroying the earth by cutting this thing. So just lighten up, you people who think it's horrible to damage a living plant of any sort. So anyway, we're going to check out the chopping ability of this thing. One of the big criticisms that David got when he first came out with this knife a few years back on Kickstarter, because first of all, it's the price. It was like $400 when it started. And if you put out a $400 knife, you're going to freak people out and everybody's going to get mad because people want it, but they don't want to spend that much money for it. Especially when you do a really, really, really good job of promoting it with a super nice, just completely professionally done video, because that's what his other business is. He actually does video services and video marketing. So you come out with a really nice marketing, you make this knife seem really, really great, but you price it at $400 because that's what it takes to get what you want in a made in America. And people get mad because they really want it, but they don't want to spend $400 on it, so they start trashing it. I think that's the case for a lot of people, not everybody. But one of the things he said was that you don't need to carry a hatchet if you carry this. And I think some people took that to mean that he was trying to say this replaces an axe. And I don't think that was his intent. Look, if you're going to build a log cabin and you're going to survive and live in the woods and homestead, you probably need an axe. But if you're in a survival situation, what you have on your person may be the only tools you have on you. So this allows you to carry one tool that has a lot of capabilities. So anyway, we're going to test that. This is about a 2-inch thing chopping. I don't think you need to chop, again, you don't need to chop a 10-inch tree down with this, but you might need to cut something about this size to make a shelter or to start fire or something like that, you know, get some firewood, most likely to make a shelter. So anyway, let's just see how well it chops. And I know somebody else is gonna say, you should have had that thing supported, but this is real world, okay? You don't usually have chopping blocks, you know, in real survival situations. So let's just see how well it goes through this. We're gonna do it real time, no fast forward. Okay, so would a hatchet have been faster? You know, maybe a little bit. I don't have a hatchet to test it, but it got the job done. It got it done just fine. And I don't think, you know, that wasn't that long. That wasn't that much to cut. So I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna chop that thing into another piece to make a smaller piece where we can, yep, we're gonna baton it. So let me get that chopped up because you don't need to see it twice. And then we'll do some batoning because horrible, evil batoning is coming. Yes, yes it is. Okay, I said I was gonna chop it one more time. I actually wound up chopping 3 more times because I had to make a baton. So I got a baton here, I got this little piece here, and this is about 2 inches, which is really, I mean, you could baton something a little bit bigger than that maybe, but again, the purpose of batoning is not to split firewood for the winter. It's to get yourself either into the center of a piece of wood that might be wet and moist on the outside to give you some way to make some tinder to get it going, get a fire going, so you can dry out some of the wetter wood, or maybe to create some sort of a thinner piece of wood for a bow drill or something like that. Hope I never have to do that. I know we have a bow drill divot, and I actually got a fire started with a bow drill with one of the MSK-1s a couple years ago on video, but I am not the bow drill king. I carry a lighter and a ferro rod, and we're gonna look at that in a minute. So anyway, let's do some batoning because some people don't like that, which makes me want to do it even more. I know that's probably rebellion, but I can't help it. So anyway, it's got this nice big flat place specifically to beat on. I think this is hickory. It's either hickory or oak. I'm pretty sure it's hickory. There's a lot of hickory out here where I am. So, but we got one. We're gonna split it down a couple more times just to show you that the knife is not being destroyed. It's not abuse. People say, I'll use a knife for what it's intended for. Well, I think this one is intended for this. So anyway, one more time. Then I'll get you a close up and we'll try carving some of them. Some of them are feathers, curls, or whatever you want to call them. And this is not the best curl wood. I may have another little piece here we'll look at, but let's see. Can you see me now? Okay, so got a close up here. This is the wood I just split out on camera. I've got some other wood I found, which might be poplar, I can't tell. But it's kind of crumbly on the inside, so we'll see. I'm gonna start with the one that you saw me split out on camera. And that is this, which I think might be hickory or oak. It's pretty stringy, and that usually doesn't do that well for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the choil, see if we can get some choke up on it. Maybe if I can get off of some of these strings, it'll carve a little better. I got a couple of knots in here in the way too. So if I can find a piece with no knots, that might work better. Let's see. Because you know what I don't have today? Yeah, I know, I'm not prepared. I do not have my fat wood with me. You know what? I probably do in my survival kit down in the truck, but it's about a quarter mile away, and I don't want to hike back down there and interrupt the video. So we're gonna endeavor to persevere. So I can get some little ones if I just really, really carefully. Some tiny, tiny, tiny ones like that, right? Try to make just a few little tiny ones. Let's try the other wood. See if I can do something with that. I'm not optimistic because it really looks pretty rotten, but okay, so we're getting some curls there. You can see we got a little pile of curls here. This knife, by the way, is manufactured by Tops Knives. So David got together with Leo and Craig at Tops and came up with this one, and it is a really well-designed, well-made knife. Tops does a great, great job. Made right here in the USA. Now, This is the ferro striking surface, this little notch right here. So I'm going to try that. I've never had much success with those kind of notches, but I'm going to put the sheath on so I don't hurt myself. I've got, oh, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Where is it? Okay, here it is. I have got in my pocket the Exotac Fire Rod XL. So also, by the way, I got some water here to put this fire out because I just spent a week at Thunder Ranch where they were having massive wildfires threatening their very existence. So we're here in Georgia again, and you know it's been raining a lot here, but still, you don't want to take a chance. So I'm gonna try to see if I can make this thing work. I didn't have a lot of success with the notch before, but it seems to be working okay now. So let's just see. And looky there. Well, I believe we got us a fire. If I don't put it out, don't put it out, Brian. Do not put it out, Brian. Come on, burn, baby, burn. There it goes. So, and this was just a few minutes prep, not very much prep at all. And you can see, she burning. Not even any fat wood. I mean, just imagine would you if I had some fat wood. Gotta make sure it's cold out. Because only you can prevent forest fires. Okay, so I have some, I think, pretty decent practical testing of this knife. It chops, in my opinion, almost as well as a small hatchet. You know, it carves almost as well as a carving knife. It batons pretty dadgum well, and it strikes a ferro rod pretty good. You notice the almost in there because anytime you have a knife that's designed to do a bunch of stuff well, it's not gonna do anything probably excellently. This one I think does a bunch of stuff very well, and I'll say it like this: if I were stuck in the wilderness and this is all I had on me was this knife with the survival kit that's in it, I'd feel a whole lot better than with a lot of other knives. So I'll just say it like that. It's a pretty well thought out tool. But as you know, here at Survival on Purpose, practical testing is good, but we is all about the science. And to that end, at our worldwide headquarters, we maintain a state-of-the-art cutting-edge knife testing facility. But as you can see, we're here in the wild, so to speak. So I searched high and low because I don't want to, I don't want to destroy the earth. And I found this tree, which let me just show you in case you don't believe me. That sucker's dead as a rock, okay? It's dead. There ain't nothing up there but sticks, right? So it's dead. So I'm going to call this my pre-balance orientation and rotation device because it wouldn't take a whole lot of work to make this an actual balance orientation and rotation device. And since we have that, we can do what I consider one of the industry standard knife tests and test the aerodynamic balance of this knife. So you want to do that? I do. Let's do it. First of all, you got to always use the proper scientific method. Whoop, 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 whoop. It's a little more challenging with a convex balance orientation and rotation device, but we will endeavor to persevere. Whoop, 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 whoop. Do a little recalibration of them and back you up just a little bit. Is that better? Let's see. Whoop, 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 whoop. Just a little calibration. Again. Whoop, 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 whoop. How about once more? Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, that was a little low. That was about, ow, low. Oh. We'll do one more. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we're gonna call it balanced. Okay, that was a hopefully reasonably coherent look at the Ultimate Survival Tips MSK-1E, the elite version. And again, this one is made by Tops Knives in Idaho, I believe, and made in the USA. 20-piece survival kit fits right in the handle here. We looked at already, and I gotta say, this one did not only a really good job performance-wise in the basic stuff, or I guess the practical stuff, but pretty well balanced on the primitive balance orientation and rotation device here. So, by the way, I just want to show you, after all that chopping, all that batoning, all that carving, all that balance testing, let's see how well this thing does the follow-up redneck sharp test. You ready? I'm doing this with the other hand because I'm running out of hair on the other arm. And oh man, you see all that? I gotta say, Tops does a great job in their edge and their heat treat. So anyway, just thought I would share that with you. So anyway, thanks again to David at Ultimate Survival Tips for sending me this so I could check it out and show it to you, and to the folks at Big Daddy Unlimited for making these Sharp Saturday videos possible. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Really appreciate your support. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.